We are going to start this hour, though, with that breaking news about former President Donald Trump's legal troubles.
Just developing now, the judge in his New York City hush money case has now pushed back the sentencing date from July next week to September. It was originally going to be just a few days before the Republican National Convention. You'll recall Trump was convicted by a jury in May over falsifying business records related to the hush money payments made to adult film star Stormy Daniels in the lead up to the 2016 election.
Trump's lawyers asked for a second look at this case after the Supreme Court's landmark decision yesterday saying presidents have immunity for official acts in office. He and President Biden are both using the ruling to make their respective cases for second terms in the White House. Joining us now, NBC News senior Washington correspondent Hallie Jackson, an NBC News Now anchor, and NBC News legal analyst Danny Savallo. So, Danny, let's start with you. Is the delaying of this sentencing surprising, and does it have any impact, or could it, on the verdict?
Yes and no to both. At first blush, you might think, well, look, presidential immunity, what does that have to do with the New York hush money case? All that involved was a payoff to a porn star, and most of the conduct happened, not all of it, but most of it happened before Trump was in office. He did write reimbursement checks to Michael Cohen while he was in office, but how in the world could that be presidential? But instead, what the defense is saying is that evidence of conduct that was official or presidential never should have been admitted, because that is a lesser element of the opinion yesterday. Yes, of course, there's immunity, but Justice Roberts also wrote that evidence of official conduct cannot be introduced against the defendant. Yet another very favorable ruling for Donald Trump. So now the court appears willing at least to consider that it might have introduced or allowed the introduction of evidence of official conduct, which might have been at least retroactively not allowed. So this may be even more significant than we may have initially thought. If for no other reason, then it's not really about whether paying off a porn star is subject to presidential immunity. It's whether evidence of conduct that happened while Trump was president was introduced improperly.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about